Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's Weapon X. Just want to talk about the content that was released today in MLB The Show, as well as Team Affinity right around the corner. If you're watching this video, please, 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 we're so close to 100 subs. If you could hit that subscribe button and like this video, it would help me out so much. Been trying to stay a little bit consistent with the content coming out for MLB. We've also been streaming quite a bit over on Twitch, twitch.tv/WeaponX. That link is in the description as well. So, last video we made, we kind of talked about some of the problems with San Diego studios and the way that they've been releasing content. The community is starting to get even more frustrated because the way things have been going with the content releases, the slow release of content, as well as all the content being hidden behind packs and purchasing for money. I kind of don't really think MLB The Show will ever really be pay to win because the game is so hard. You know, you can have all the best cards, and if you can't hit Randy Johnson at the Hall of Fame level or All Star level, legend, any of those higher difficulties, you're just not it's not going to matter. You can buy all the cards you want, you can spend all the stubs you want. If you can't hit it Hall of Fame, actually, if you can't hit it All Star, you can't hit it Hall of Fame, you can't hit it Legend, you're just not going to be, the cards aren't going to matter. So I understand the complaints though, because I shared in that video that I made that things aren't going that great as far as content is concerned. I want to show you the content that released today in game, and then I want to show you a couple of the things that are coming up according to their Twitter page. And we'll talk investments briefly. I don't really believe in investments a lot, especially this year. I'll tell you why when we get there. But let's go take a look at the content that was released today. So we saw this hanging out here a couple days ago on the calendar. It said 410, look out for show classics. Didn't really know what that meant. Was kind of hoping it wasn't another pack. Lo and behold, it was another pack. So they released a pack in the store today that contained some classics. And I'll tell you why this turned out to be really bad. So not only was it some more cards hidden behind packs that you have to buy, it contained our first 95 that they've put into packs. The highest we'd seen prior to that was 92s and 93s in some of these packs here. So this is the first 95 of the year. Nick Castellanos from a previous version, 2019. And really good looking card, man. Some people were talking about there was some change in his animation of his swing. I don't know too much about that, but really solid card as far as the stats are concerned. And he's selling for 134,000. So if you bought this for 40K, you will automatically make those stubs back. If you had 120,000 to buy these 3 packs, you got to think you'd get one rare round out of it and at least get your money back, and you could pocket the other 2 or sell all 3 and potentially make profit. But from Castellanos, it goes down to Edward Cabrera. Everyone remembers Cabrera from 2021, how dangerous he was. This card's going for 135,000 also. Really good stats. We all know about this card. If you've been playing the game for a while, he was super dominant. Everyone used him online. You had to face him back to back to back almost every night that you played ranked. So not super happy about this card being back, but I'm hoping I can get my hands on him sometime soon so that we can use him. Then the next card is Taylor Trammell. He drops to a 94, and then the real problem kind of creeps in. He's selling for 32,000. That's 8,000 less than you paid for the pack already, dropping off for a 94, who has some pretty decent stats. I don't love his power versus lefties, but the contact's there. The power off the righties is good. He can play the outfield, super fast, 94 speed, 94 steal, good arm, good reaction time. So, probably a pretty solid outfielder. Diamond defense, diamond hitting. Feels pretty good there, but the market has not taken nicely to him. Then it gets worse. Then we have Mike Sorka. He drops to 31,000. So now you're losing a little bit more if you draw that round. He looks okay. I'm not itching to get him, but I would like to try him at some point. But then it gets a lot worse. Okay, now this card is very reminiscent to me of the card that was in here, I believe. Or it was in the program. I can't remember his name, so I'm going to have to go back and look. This guy here. So remember we talked about Colt Keith in one of the last videos and how insane his numbers are. 91, 101, 92, 96, 103 clutch. We also paralleled him up to 1. He's a left-handed bat. He can play second base, third base, shortstop. This guy's been lights out for us. I mean, he has been cracking the bat. Online, 19 plate appearances. He's batting 368. He has 3 home runs, 7 hits. He scored 3 times. Absolute dog. I mean, we've been loving this guy. Offline, 21 plate appearances. He's batting 333, 7 hits, 2 home runs, 6 RBI. Just been tremendous for us. So this card reminds me a lot of that because its stats are better than its appearance. So it's a 91, but when you look, he's 96, 100, 104 in contact power, and then drops to a little 74 power versus lefties, which is odd and concerning because he is a right-handed bat. 82 vision, 97 clutch, 95 durability. Decent arm, kind of slow, 63, not great. They give him bronze on defense. I think he can make up for some of that with that arm, and he only can play third base anyway. So I think he can make up some of that defense with the arm. But the stats kind of jump off the page to me. So we did buy him, but we bought him from the market because, like we were just talking about, 40,000 pack, he's 8,500 in the market. So if you buy that pack for 40,000 and you land on this round, you are losing 32,000 stubs on this guy, roughly. I mean, it might end up shaking out to like 31 by the time you put your buy order in. That's disgusting. That's high speed gambling to lose 31,000 stubs on a pack. That's ridiculous. Kyle Lewis is kind of the same way. I'm not super interested in Lewis. I think his stats are a little too low. And he's selling for 86.22. So definitely losing if you land on that 91 round. Logan Webb, I think he's from 2021 as well, or 2021 or 2022. Nothing really jumps off the page here. He's down to 8,800 as well. So if you want him, go out to the marketplace and snag him. Don't risk gambling in the packs. Not great corks here either. So not, like I said, not anything that jumps off the page. I don't know if I would give him a shot right now based on the starting 5 that we do have, but that's kind of where it's at. The pipeline packs came out a couple days ago. More of the same. These are kind of locked behind only buying these packs. There's nowhere else to get these packs. I'm hoping that Team Affinity 2 will stick one of these packs in Team Affinity so that you can go out and get them, or maybe they'll be stuck in the new rank program so that you can go out and get them from the rank program and at least have a shot at grinding for these cards as opposed to just buying them. Nothing from this really jumped out at me. I think they're setting up nicely for a good Yankees theme team later in the year, especially if they find a way to bring the team captains back. I think getting that Don Mattingly and boosting up Yankee hitters, they're definitely on pace for a good Yankees theme team. As we got this guy at shortstop, and then there was Oswald Cabrera, third baseman in the season 1 drop 2 pack. He's got some pretty good stats. He's still kind of expensive at 75K, but another Yankee to put in there. And then the Yankee that we talked about here in Miggy is all building towards a pretty good Yankees theme team. So be interested to see how that turns out into the year. Today they also dropped a limited Jazz Chisholm that you can get for free. As you remember, he was the cover athlete last year. These packs are from the year before that, 2022, I believe, the Jackie Robinson edition. The weird thing about him is he is a second base primary with third base and secondary positions. He doesn't play the outfield like he does now, so that's kind of out of the question. 73, 76 contact, not great. Not really someone I'm looking forward to. Also, 91 speed with 80 steal. It's not, I feel like in years past he was a little bit faster than that. So, nothing really going on here. Also, Jackson Holiday made his debut today for the Orioles, and they dropped us a free supercharge card for him. These are all plus stats here. So 100 contact, 93 contact, 87 power, 95 power, and then we got vision up to 72. So pretty good stuff here. Good defense. It is still technically a bronze live series card. So that's only going to go up if he performs, pretty well. It is boosted, supercharged for 4 more days. So definitely take advantage of that. Both of those are in there for free. So you can get those today. And let's talk about some other things that have been mentioned on the Twitter page for MLB The Show. So let's talk about first things first. This right here, the City Connect jerseys. Now, if you remember last year, the City Connect jerseys came out one at a time, and they were programs. And you could go out and do those programs, and then you could get those City Connect jerseys for free. Now they cost 5,000 stubs, and you can only get them in the store. So major L there by San Diego Studios and not giving us an opportunity to get those City Connect jerseys. Some people don't even want them, so it's no big deal. But if I remember correctly last year, I think you could get a diamond or a high gold for that team through that program as well. And you could get like the back skin and all this other stuff, and it was all centered around that team. But now all that's gone, and you just pay 5,000 stubs, and you get the City Connect jerseys. I think the logo and banner come with it as well. So not a bad value if you want, if you want to just get the jerseys you want. You don't want to have to, play through anything or whatever. But all that used to be free, so kind of disappointing there. Team Affinity stuff has been teased. We have this for Team Affinity Season 1, Chapter 2 in the AL West. Tim Salmon. This is J.R. Richards for Houston. Mitch Garver for Texas. Daniel Vogelbach for the Mariners. And the new pipeline card of Jacob Wilson is coming out also. These are 93s. I thought, based on my last video, that we would get 94s in Team Affinity Chapter 2. That doesn't seem to be the case. So we'll have to deal with that as it comes. These are the packs that got dropped today. The classics that we talked about. There's the Jazz. Some more supercharged players. Headliner pack today had that Jefferson Quino in it. We flipped a couple of his cards early, but did not get him in the headliners packs today. There's the Jackson Holiday stuff that we already talked about. Here is the NL West. This is Drew Jones pipeline. Brand new card. Chili Davis for the Giants outfield. Chase Dolander for Colorado. Will Myers for San Diego. And a Kenley Jansen for the Dodgers. A couple new guys making their appearances here in the NL West. So this is pretty solid right here. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the NL West, seeing some of those new cards. And obviously all that comes on the 12th, Friday, 3 o'clock. We have Team Affinity Chapter 2 also a new ranked program, a new battle royal program, and an event all on the same day. Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Big content day. Huge content day. Then we get a Jackie Robinson program on 4/15. I'm hoping that brings us a new Jackie Robinson that's higher than the one that's out there right now, because I don't think that one's very good. I thought the one we got last year was way better. And I'm hoping 4/15 brings us a really good Jackie Robinson card, because that is my favorite second baseman to use. And I'm hoping we get a good card there. Then we get a little bit of a drop off before we get the next season awards and first Lightning player. So I think every 3 weeks, season awards will grant you a Lightning player, and then there'll be 3 more weeks of season awards and another Lightning player. All content, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's all coming Friday. So once again, I want to switch back over and just talk real quick about investments. I'm not a big investment guy. The only reason I'm not huge into investments is because it's too hard to make stubs in this game as it is, and I don't really want to wait on making them. So, just in case you don't know what investments are, basically it is tracking real life baseball, finding out people who are playing really well but have bad cards, and then buying a bunch of those cards, waiting to the next roster update, and then selling them once their overall goes up into the next tier. So that's kind of what investments are. Some people do this very early and get way out ahead of it. Like I said, stubs are so hard to make. I don't like to have them wrapped up in a lot of purchases or other cards that I'm not using. But I've done it in a couple cases. So Corbin Burns, for example, as you know, I'm a huge Orioles fan. I think these are a couple players that are going to go up. I think Corbin Burns will be a diamond once the next roster update comes. So if you can start stashing away Corbin Burns for 2,000 stubs each, once he goes up into the diamond range, then you might be able to quick sell him for 5,000, or sell him for in this 6,000, 7,000 ballpark range, and you bought them all for 2,000. I think Gunnar Henderson's another one. I think he'll be going up to diamond eventually, or relatively soon, and you're getting him for 900. So you could buy a couple of those. So I have two. I may store a couple more just in case. Another guy that I'm really high on right now is Colton Cowser. He's been an RBI machine. He's a 72 bronze. I expect that to go up probably into the gold, maybe high silver range. So then you might be able to off them, somewhere in the 2, 3, 400s. And I've been buying them for 80 a piece. So I saw a TikTok, somebody talking about Garrett Whitlock might go up to gold. So I stashed 6 of those away. I don't know, man. It could go either way. I don't know much about Garrett Whitlock, but apparently he's having a really good season. So there are other guys like that out here that you can do that with. Just kind of look and see, who's really been kind of tearing it up in real baseball. Schoolbull's one. Schoolbull might go up to a diamond. He's been playing pretty well. And the other one was there's a pitcher, Cole Reagans for Kansas City. He's been dominant. So I would imagine he's going to come up out of 74. So look for those things. If you want to buy a bunch of them and hide them away, you may also notice on some of these teams, for example, like the Athletics, we collected all 40 of them for the live series, and then they added some other players like Kyle McCann and TJ McFarland. They do that from time to time. You'll see sometimes you've already collected all 40 for the live series collection, and then they add like Sandy Alcantara, for example. So look around for those as areas of opportunity as well. Shoto is one. We collected all 40 Cubs. They replaced someone, brought Shota in. Now we have 39 out of 40 for the Cubs. And then you could buy a bunch of these and kind of store them away. There was a Brewers player also that just got called up. This is that Jackson Chirino. He was in the packs as a diamond. He's in here as a 69 bronze. So you might be able to store some of him away. and then resell them once they boost them up. O'Neal Cruz is a 74 here. I think the Reds are another opportunity to really make some investment stubs. Ellie is a 76. Spencer Steer is a 76. He's supercharged right now, but definitely some options here. These guys have been smoking the ball. So, look through your cards, look through your binder, look through real baseball, kind of see where some of that stuff is going, and prepare for those investments so that when the roster lineup comes or roster update comes, you've got some of those guys that you can kind of go ahead and plug in there and make some extra stubs, and then prepare yourself for Team Affinity. In getting prepared for Team Affinity, we finished this super early. People were saying that Chapter 2 tasks are going to be a different. I don't see them being much different, unless they've specifically said that and I missed it. But I would fully suspect that there's going to be more moments. You always do the moments first. There's going to be repeatable missions that are PXP with those teams. This has always been here as long as I can remember for Team Affinity. That's kind of always been the thing. And then the bosses that you get from the program, you plug into the lineups as well and kind of move through there. Multiplayer missions, same thing. Single player missions, I imagine it's probably going to be a lot more of the same. The exchanges will probably go higher for more TA or bigger progress. And then there will probably be 6 conquest maps, it would be my guess. So one unfortunate thing will be this exchange season 1 vouchers. Okay, so we have 14 of them that we're not going to be able to use anymore. So, but you get those from mini seasons. So I would imagine with Team Affinity, there will be another mini season, Team Affinity season 1. I imagine it's going to be Team Affinity season 2, and there will probably be another showdown under Team Affinity season 1 chapter 1. There will be a Team Affinity season 1 chapter 2 coming on Friday also. So a lot of options to kind of get you started on Team Affinity. But like I said, I made a video about Team Affinity. I know there's a lot of other stuff floating out there about Team Affinity as well. But the number one thing to do when Team Affinity drops is go in here, do the moments first, and then make a lineup, all AL East, go into mini seasons or conquest, and just rinse and repeat until you finish the division. When you unlock a boss, you put that boss in the lineup, and you keep that AL East lineup going over and over and over, and try to diversify it. Don't just throw like all Yankees in there and then just go Yankees, Yankees, Yankees. Because if you see here all the teams, you could be earning these all at the same time, and it's 6,000 each, as opposed to just focusing on one. So remember, Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern, twitch.tv/WeaponX. We're going to try to do a 12-hour Team Affinity stream over on the channel. So hop in right at 3 o'clock. We're going live. This is probably a push the button update from the content team. That'll come out, and then we'll just get started right off rip, man. And we're just going to go Team Affinity 12 hours on Friday and really, really dig into the content, man. That's kind of where we're trending for Friday. So hop in with us. We'll show you some of the tips and tricks to get Team Affinity. We'll look through all the programs, all the content, and it's gonna be the place the place to be Friday night. Will definitely be MLB The Show and grinding content. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Remember to drop a sub and a like on this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.